And we are back. Welcome, everybody, to another episode. My name is Brandon Lurie. I'm the creator of this original 2D stylized musical animated series that I'm putting together from scratch, from nothing. If you haven't seen the last video, we went over frames 1 to 6, or cuts rather, 1 to 6 of the teaser trailer. We introduced the theme. You get to see what some of these characters look like. And in this video, as promised, we'll be doing the last of the cuts from 7 to 10. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from 1 again and just go through them quickly so we can sort of put this whole story together so you can see what this whole teaser is going to be looking like. Good news, we are waiting for a draft attempt of the actual live colored in version, the movable version of this whole thing from our animators tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right, so let's jump in and see what we got. Cut number 1. So we have our female character on the right-hand side. She's sitting inside this little area right here, and we're looking at her through this either like a glass pane, a window, perhaps a TV screen, we don't know yet, and she's just sitting there swiping on her phone, probably doom scrolling. Maybe she's on a date, maybe she's just bored and she's watching YouTube videos on how Keeper's Corner gets created. Either way, she's sitting there by herself. There's no one else in the frame with her, and she's clearly bored, right? She's clearly bored. Let's go ahead and jump onto frame number 2 so we can see how this evolves. All right, frame number 2. Looks like she's either singing or humming or whistling some sort of tune. We got some inclination that there is some music happening over here. There is still no one else with her in the frame. It is only her by herself. She's still scrolling, singing or humming along. And if we move our attention to the left-hand side of the scene, we can see that there is some action happening behind these doors. Now, this is obviously the way that people get in and out of this little area, and we can see that someone or something is trying to currently get in. However, this female character is still not caring about the situation. So she's either not acknowledging or recognizing that this is happening, or this happened so much that she just doesn't care. Let's jump on to cut number 3. Who's it going to be? Who's going to come inside? Who's going to come inside? Let's see. Here we go. Cut number 3. So now we have our something that has come through the door. This character is a new introduction to something. We have our female character still not caring. She's clearly not fazed by this dude's entry. And he's walking in, and just by the way he's barged in through those doors, he doesn't look too happy. He looks pretty tired. He looks like, you know that feeling when you're like, it's like another Monday, right? Well, this dude looks like it's a Monday. He's giving off Monday vibes. All right, and the female character just doesn't seem to care. This is obviously a regular occurrence of sorts. Let's go ahead to frame number 4. Cut number 4. I keep calling them cuts, frames, but they actually are cuts. So, yeah. All right, he's inside. Let's do a little zoom up. He's inside. He's clearly agitated. And we can see in his right hand, he's holding a bottle of something, clearly booze, right? I mean, it could be a Stanley Cup. No. Could be a bottle of water. No, I doubt it. I doubt it. This clearly looks like it's a bottle of alcohol, because he is sort of stumbling inside and doesn't look that he has his balance. And he says here, arg. So whatever this means, you know, he's just Monday vibes. And he's coming inside. The female character doesn't seem to sway. So whatever this is happens too much. It doesn't faze her. Let's jump on to cut number 5. We can see him a little bit more clearly now. Let's do a little bit of a zoom up. There we go. He is clearly drunk. I mean, this is drunk vibes. He walks in, he's agitated, he's holding on to the wall with his one hand. He looks like he's about to fall over. The only thing that's steady is the bottle in his other hand that has not fallen out of his hand just yet. So the one thing he cares about, the one thing he's passionate about is clearly right now this bottle of booze. drunk, clearly, right? Looks like he wants to sit down on this bar stool, and the female character still doesn't seem to care. So what is their relationship like? Does he know who she is? She obviously knows who he is, because if she didn't, I think anyone that would be sitting somewhere having a cigarette and something to drink, and some weird, tall, creepy dude with a weird top hat barges into the place that you're in, all drunk and stuff, I think that will be enough to, at least scare anyone that is sober. Or at least make them surprised enough to look up and be like, the hell is that? Anyway, she clearly is cool with it. Let's move on to cut number 6. Cut number 6, the last of the cuts that you guys have seen in the last video. Let's do a quick recap. He is now sitting down at the bar, and we have an introduction to a third character. Let's do a little bit of a zoom up. Haha. So he just sort of appeared, I guess, right? Because in the first 5 cuts, he wasn't there. And we sort of have this little energy around him, maybe signaling that, hey, here I am. And there's a little word there saying sit on the left here. So he's obviously sitting down now. These are all little notes for the animator. And we have the little bartender looking dude who has suddenly just appeared, and looks like these two are going to have some sort of dialogue. Looks like they're going to converse in some way. Female character could not be bothered. So she's clearly used to, this dude. She's clearly used to this dude, because, if you were sitting and again, someone just teleports or just appears randomly, you're going to, at least look right to be like, okay. And she does not do that. All right, let's move on to the final 7, 8, 9, 10. Final 4 cuts of the teaser, and we can see what actually happens after this. Exciting times, exciting times. Cut number 7. All right, so we can clearly see that this is the first time our female character actually acknowledges something. Okay, she actually looks towards her right, and this dude and this character, they exchange a look. Maybe perhaps acknowledging that this guy is sitting there drunk. He's finally, I see, dropped his bottle. We all know what type of energy this dude is currently displaying and giving off, and these two are perhaps acknowledging that. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that these two have seen this type of behavior from this dude before. I see he's finally let go of his bottle. Maybe it's empty. Maybe he needs another drink. Either way, they are acknowledging the situation. All right, let's go to cut number 8. Let's see what happens. Getting finally a little bit more reaction from our characters. Female character looking very surprised, very like, like, what is this? The teleportation guy behind the bar, he's clearly got something to say. And the dude sitting on the bar stool is probably too drunk to really give a shit. That's just the truth. He's like, these notes are all just for the animator. So note then when we have the animation, again, obviously you're going to watch it all in sequence. It's going to be live. These characters are going to be moving along, talking and conversing, and we're going to see this whole thing play out in real time. I'm super pumped for that. Super pumped for that. Let's see any other details in cut number 8 that we are missing. Maybe if you guys spot something, feel free to leave it in the comments. All right, just your regular drunk person at a bar, bartender and customer displaying looks of concern or agitation. Let's move on to cut number 9. He's clearly waffled off of his chair. Maybe perhaps gotten another bottle of booze, a bit more happy. Maybe we got some inclinations of music coming out of him. Either he's singing or I don't know. Maybe he's just like da 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 da. And he's making his way back outside the doors. Clearly, looks like he's been rejuvenated, reinvigorated. Something like the energy looks like he's much better on his way out than it was on his way in. This guy to the right of him, Arms folded. Perhaps is a bit angry or annoyed that the dialogue that he shared with this dude wasn't reciprocated, and he just is a little bit confused and irritated by that, even though this is probably something that happens often enough. And maybe that's what that look is, that sarcastic, like, whatever, I've seen this before, I just don't care. Go about your business, guy in the top hats with your creepy, weird, long-ass robes and this weird sort of vaporized, texturized smoke that the bottom of your clothes give off every time you move. He's clearly leaving the premises. We have one more cut. Let's move on to it. Cut number 10. All right, he clearly made it outside safely. I'll tell you what's supposed to be happening here. He is going to be leaning against the outside of the building. Through the window, we can see that we got our female character looking outside at him. We have that creepy, pointed ear, bald bartender. Looks like he's actually holding up a plate with a slice of cake with a cherry on top. Interesting. First time I'm actually noticing that. Another reason why we do these videos. And this guy has clearly made it out okay. We can see, if I zoom out, we got the sign above the building saying Keeper's Corner. So wherever they were sitting in was clearly inside of Keeper's Corner. Does this mean that Keeper's Corner is the name of an establishment? Is it the name of a coffee shop, restaurant, perhaps? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? What do you think it could be? Clearly, I mean, if there's a bar and a couple of tables and chairs, it would be some sort of cafe of sorts. And if we zoom up on our character that is currently supposed to be leaning against the wall, there's his bottle of booze, still in his right hand firmly. And looks like he's taking a drag of a cigarette. He's supposed to be. We got this cool looking planet behind him. And if I move this along to the side, we can see that we have a little sort of pathway that branches off into two sections. You guys can tell me in the comments what you think that is. This pathway is going to be a specific type of transportation. So whether this is a walkway or a runway or a whatever way you can think of, it's a specific type of, how do we say, way. I feel like I've used that word a billion times. That transport or some sort, you can move along these paths to get to these certain areas, these destinations. And that is a little bit of the world of Keeper's Corner. So the viewers that are seeing this are actually, you guys are seeing this for the very, very first time. Clearly, this is brand new to us as well. This is all original IP, everything hand-drawn, everything completely new. Very, very exciting times. Feel free to leave a comment letting me know what you think this world is, what you think it may entail. I obviously don't want to give too much away, but you have all clearly seen now that we have three main characters. There are others. However, this teaser is only going to be showcasing these three. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this comes out. So we will be getting one of the drafts, if not one of the final drafts of this entire animated sequence playing out from our animator tomorrow. And yes, over time, I will be eventually showcasing this little clip. But yeah, if you're enjoying this and you're finding this information entertaining, and you want to know more about the world and the lore of Keeper's Corner and the characters, and you want to see how we actually grow this series into a full-on animated musical. Yes, musical, meaning yes, these characters will be singing. Yes, solo. Yes, in conjunction with each other. Yes, with other characters. Full on musical vibes. So for those of you that don't like musicals, you don't have to watch. For those of you that do, feel free to stick around. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell. I have to say these things, right? That's what people say at the end of a YouTube channel. Like at the end of a YouTube video, hit that little like button, hit that little thumbs up, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. You don't have to do it, all right? You really don't have to do it. It would be cool if you do. We appreciate all the support so we can help grow the channel and help grow some hype around the idea of Keeper's Corner. Help create an intrigue and a mystery from people because you want to know what's happening and you want to see more and you want to understand a little bit behind the story. And you get to see a lot of behind the scenes action being a subscriber of the Keeper's Corner YouTube channel. So please feel free to hit those little buttons. And I want to thank all of you so far for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, do appreciate it. And as always, I will be seeing you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.